Wall Street for you.
So joining us this morning is founder and CEO of Wall Private Wealth, Michael Wall. So what's behind this unsteady market?
Well, there's a lot of concern out there for sure, and people are talking about trade, they're talking about the Fed and rates and all of that, but really what it is, when you come down to it, is we're still in the longest bull run in history, meaning the market's been up since '09, and it's not going to go up forever. You know, it's like the old balloon. It's going to pop at some point in time.
Right.
And so that's what's starting to happen. I believe we're starting to see some things unravel.
So how can investors best protect their wealth if you're saying that things are starting to unravel?
Yeah, I mean, they really are. I mean, first off, in the last year, the market's kind of been sideways. Like if you trend the Dow from January to now, what they need to do is they need to step back and reevaluate what they're doing. You would be surprised how many people don't know what's going on with their portfolio. And they need to step back, they need to reevaluate. I was just sitting with a couple the other day that lost lots of money. They were coming in for a second opinion, and they didn't really know what was going on. So you need to step back and reevaluate. And then secondly, make good decisions moving forward based on where you are in life. You know, you may not be 25 anymore, you may be a little bit older, you need to make decisions where you are financially.
So I know that's good advice for me because I don't have any idea what's going on with my portfolio at all.
Terry.
I know it's terrible.
Yeah, well,
but
just a little bit.
for someone like me, you know, in the early 30s, should I get advice from someone else, or how do I go about, you know, really making sure I'm doing the best things for me in the long run?
I believe that education leads to better results, right? And so a lot of times people are in a place where they just kind of get bits and pieces. They'll ask their neighbor, they'll ask John, they'll ask Sally, but they're not really getting education from a source that's going to provide them knowledge that makes sense. And so I think education is the key. You know, we put a ton of content out, and that's one of our goals, is to educate people, not just help families with their wealth, but educate people so we can be more educated. It's one of the reasons I wrote the book.
Right, I was going to bring this up. Retire once, retire well.
Yeah, and we were very blessed with that, did really, really well. One of the reasons that I wrote that is I wanted to write a simple, easy guide so people can kind of cut through the fog of Wall Street. You know, sometimes we hear things a lot, but it's not necessarily what we should be doing. So we need to educate ourselves, we need to step back, and this is really important, we need to make decisions based on facts and business, not necessarily just based on emotions. You know, sometimes you might have a relationship with someone financially and you just feel good, but you're not really knowing what's going on with your finances, and it's just like, hey, don't worry about it, write it out. It's like, wait a minute, let's step back, press pause. Longest bull run in history, market's going to come down. You know, we need to make some changes.
And when you say don't act on emotion, also, I guess, the fear or the excitement of depending on where stocks are, too. You need to make an educated decision.
Fundamental decisions.
Right.
Someone like you, as an example, being young, so we'll give you some direct advice, right? One of the best things that you can do is create a habit of saving. It's not necessarily what you invest in yet. What it is the habit of saving. You know, that's what a lot of younger people struggle with, is just that habit of saving consistently. Once you get that and you start to build some wealth, then some doors unlock of what you can actually invest in. But the key is paying attention and making sure that you're getting proactive advice instead of reactive. Reactive is when the markets are crazy and people say, oh, we got to do something now, instead of saying, wait a minute, listen, the markets are going to do some things. We need to
prepare.
Right, that's good advice.
Okay, so you can get your book, this book, on Amazon.
Yeah, you can get it on Amazon. You can go to leanonthewall.com. There's a lot of educational information. There's a lot of people right now saying, am I in the right spot? You know, am I getting the right advice? I don't know. I did a video called Avoiding Financial Salesmen, really good. And there's a lot of our Forbes articles on there as well to help people educate themselves and make better decisions.
Got it.
All right,
Well,
thank you so much, Michael. Some good advice there.
Very good advice. Okay, well, saving money, a few tips to make sure your future is secure.
Even more tips coming up.